Hey there, folks. Like how Rishi mentioned, so we've had a exciting couple of months recently with a lot of new features coming out on Hasura Cloud. So you've seen the GitHub integration, you've seen the preview apps, you're going to see the Vercel that Ojas is going to present right after. A couple of updates that we did on the cloud dashboard, actually a lot of these have come from user feedback. And we're always like super excited to get all of these in to make the user experience that much more better. So the first one that I'm going to mention has been really requested, and this is like super exciting. So this is essentially console environment variable labels, right? So I'm going to quickly. So what this means is a lot of users have requested, some sort of a differentiation between how the console looks between the different kinds of projects. So if you're on your dev, staging, or production projects, you do not really want any unintended changes to your production project, right? So now what you can do is you can, directly go ahead to your settings page of your cloud project, and this over here you can set any string that you want to display on your console as a banner, right? So what this means is now if I go to the console, this will essentially turn up as a banner on top, right? So you'll be easily able to differentiate between your dev, staging, and production projects. So this has been widely requested in order to make sure that no unintended edits or changes happens to your production environment. And so this is something that has come from the users as well, right? So up next, what we have is a project page search and pagination. So like Jesse mentioned, if you have like millions and millions of Hasura Cloud projects in your project's dashboard, now we right now have project search through the project name and as well as pagination that you can easily go through all of your projects around here. And up next, so in our environment variables page, so we've improved the user experience a little bit more. So now you'll be able to easily identify what each of these environment variables are, which of these are handled by Hasura Cloud, and which of these you can set, right? So you'll also be able to see which of these environment variables that you've already set, so that things are a little more intuitive and easier on that front. This is another thing we've spoken about earlier, and I would want all of you to try it out. So this is our Hasura API Explorer as an unauthenticated access. So if you go to any of your projects currently, so what this does is you'll be able to share your Hasura Cloud project as an unauthenticated access role, right? So once you do this, you should be able to set up an anonymous role for exploring your GraphQL API and your project. So this by default, if an admin secret is set for your project, it will not let anybody else go through an admin access. So you'll be able to try out like a whole bunch of features around here, make changes and share it with others on your team to test it out as an unauthenticated access. And another cool thing about this is you'll also be able to use any other public GraphQL API, and you'll be able to connect different kinds of endpoints and also try it out through this graphical interface. And one last thing, so we are always improving our GitHub integration experience. So a couple of things that we've heard from users is that this is a feature that we use on a daily basis, like 200, 300 times a day. And what this means is that every time you have like a commit on your repo, that'll give you either a success or a failure notification. So it is that much more easier if you have control over what kinds of notifications you want to receive. So this is one additional, user experience feature that we've enabled. So you'll be able to go and define whether you want to receive only success or failure or both or none, essentially. So it's about that. And so with this, I'm going to close by saying that please keep the feedback coming. So we're always like super excited to make the user experience that much more seamless and smooth as possible on Hasura Cloud. So yes, thank you for all of these feedback.